What? Merry Christmas?
Yes.
Yes.
My bad.
One holiday at a time.
Yes.
Merry Christmas from all of us at 13 Dimensions.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Mele.
Melikalikimaka.
Yes. I am so glad somebody actually knows how to say that.
Don't look at me. I wouldn't be able to. So how's everybody doing? How's Christmas?
We're getting there.
Yeah.
It's
we
Christmas.
Are definitely getting there.
We got Star
tree
Wars
up.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
Got Santa's ugly elephant back.
Here I am, the oddball without the hat.
One of us is not like the others.
He's got the gorgeous hair. You can't cover that.
He's playing Jesus this year.
I haven't heard that one before.
Wow. And I thought I was bad.
Oh, you'd be surprised, Scotty.
Guess I'm not the only one on Santa's naughty list.
She is. Stand up a little bit.
On the naughty list.
Yep.
So I'm excited about this.
I
We're
am
all
too.
covering different
Christmas traditions.
Christmas traditions. So I hope
Talk a little bit about the myths.
the
legends.
The legends. Oh yeah. Macho Man. Sorry.
Our traditions.
Oh, you mean this right here?
Ooh. Dude, I didn't even see that, man.
I came prepared. Oh yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Dude, that was crazy, dude. I didn't even see you bring that in here. I knew you would probably bring some, but I didn't realize it was Macho Man Randy Savage, dude.
That's the only ones that I get. These are the big jerkies.
Yeah, that's a lot of meat.
That came out wrong. These are the big Slim Jims, but the ones that I really want are the hot and spicy ones. Those are the good ones. But this one does have a bit of a kick to it.
Nice.
This is the kind that I eat on the show. And I am so glad that they are still using Randy Savage's image on these things, because he started doing this back in the early 90s, and he's been gone now. It's got to be coming up on 10 years.
Yep.
Very close to that.
Yeah, and they are still using him as sort of like a spokesperson, I guess.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Dude, that was good, man.
Yeah.
That they call that royalties.
So Randy Savage, Merry Christmas wherever you are,
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
and to everybody else out there.
Yes.
Who wants to start?
Well,
Why do I have to start?
because
Because
you're the only one who actually
you're
knows
covering the main guy,
Yep.
and then we can feed off of you.
So I wanted to cover the main man, Santa Claus himself, Mr. St. Nicholas, with the real story of his life. And all of a sudden, I can't remember any of it.
Saint Nicholas of Myra.
Actually, he wasn't born in Myra. He was born in another town, but he ended up becoming the Archbishop of Myra. He was born around 300 AD. And they're not quite sure because nobody really, birth dates and things like that weren't important records back then. Nobody cared about when you were actually born. They cared more about when you died, and they cared more about dates of important events outside of being born. So, but we know he was born around 300 AD. His parents were older. His parents had, there's a lot of church belief that says that St. Nicholas's parents, they refer to them a lot as Abraham, because his parents were older and had prayed for many years for a child and finally got to have a child. He was born into a very wealthy family. His uncle was the Archbishop of Myra at the time of his birth. And he was born kind of to a very well-to-do family. They were very, very wealthy. Unfortunately, his parents died while he was still young. to the plague. So St. Nicholas had a lot of money. He ended up becoming a monk. He ends up going, before any of that, he's trying to find what to do with all of his wealth. Well, there's a story of a man who had 3 beautiful daughters, but he could not afford a dowry. He was poor, and he couldn't afford dowry so that his daughters could be married. So that meant they would have to be sold into slavery and become slaves. So St. Nicholas goes, when the oldest daughter is supposed to get married, St. Nicholas goes before her wedding, and he decides he decides to leave a bag of money on the man's doorstep. He kind of knocks, runs off. The man opens the door, finds the money on the doorstep. So the first daughter is able to be married. The man can afford the dowry, and she's not a slave. St. Nicholas again goes when the second daughter's time to be married comes around. But this time, he drops the money down the chimney. Well, the family had hung their socks by the chimney to dry at night. And it just so happened that it fell into the girl's stocking, which is why we have stockings hanging up here. We don't have a fireplace in our home, but that's where the tradition of hanging your stockings by the fireplace comes from.
What?
Hard to believe it came from.
What?
Well, I'm just curious why they're hung up so freaking high. Like, you expecting Andre the Giant to get in there? And I'm just, okay.
Have we met?
Don't worry. We'll put a stocking on a stepladder.
I appreciate that,
That would
man.
help for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So we have that tradition that dates back 1,700 years, all the way back to 300 AD, because St. Nicholas dropped the money in there. The third time he goes for the third daughter, the man of the house wants to find out who's doing this, because St. Nicholas is trying to keep his identity secret.
Okay, now before we go there, was he actually St. Nicholas at the time?
No, his name was Nicolaus.
Okay.
Not really sure if they weren't using surnames at that time, I don't believe.
Because the way that I understand it, and I could be wrong on this, is that somebody doesn't actually get the saint until
After they die.
After they die, yeah.
Yes.
So that's why I was asking about that.
But the third time, the father of the 3 girls wakes up, and St. Nicholas drops the money through an open window. And the man chases after him and finds out that it's Nicolaus that's given him this money. And he's extremely grateful because his daughters don't have to be slaves. His daughters get, but Nicolaus decides that his calling in life needs to be to give all of his wealth to the poor. In fact, when he died, he was an extremely poor man. He had nothing. Even though he was the Archbishop of Myra, he kept no wealth for himself ever. He lived a very aesthetic lifestyle that was simple and pure.
Mhm.
We also know that St. Nicholas became the saint, the patron saint of children. And the reason for that is in the story of the Council of Nicaea. So Constantine, the emperor, decides to get all of the archbishops together in one place so that they can discuss theology and what was going to be in the writings, what was going to be taught, what wasn't going to be taught. Certain people were teaching things that did not fit well with what the rest of the religion actually held true. While there, Nicolaus finds out that there is a child slave labor kind of thing going on with some of the priests, a whole ring where they would kidnap children and force them to work. And if their parents couldn't afford to pay to get them out, then they considered them basically slaves to the church. It was a forced labor situation. And Nicolaus puts a stop to this. And because he stood up for children's rights, he becomes the patron saint, not only of children, but he's also the patron saint of sailors. But Saint Nicholas becomes the patron saint of children. The story just kept getting expanded upon throughout the years. How this one man gave away everything he could give to help the poor, the defenseless, and things. And in my opinion, Saint Nicholas is still alive today in all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe in Santa Claus.
I believe in Santa Claus.
No, absolutely. He better bring me something good too.
Scott, you have to be good for Santa to bring you something good. In fact, a lot of the legends we will discuss today, you have to be good.
I know your deeds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
I'm innocent. But you know, you talking about that's so interesting how the folklore and legend has carried on into today's tradition, especially for us.
Yes.
And what I finding even more interesting is how us in our country, in the United States, a lot of what we celebrate is actually more of a European tradition.
Well, what you have to understand is when it comes to those stories and it comes to those traditions that carry through Christendom, most people who are biblical scholars would tell you that Christ died in the springtime.
Correct.
And that he was also born in the springtime, not December 25th. But there was a pagan tradition that the pagan tradition was the winter solstice.
Yep.
They celebrated the winter solstice. Well, if there's one thing that the Romans were beyond great at, it was assimilation.
Right.
Look at the Greeks. The Roman Empire started from the Greek Empire. Well, how do we make the Greeks happy? Well, we're going to take all their gods. We're just going to rename them a little something different. So as they spread northward into these pagan cultures, they decided to keep the pagan dates for their holidays, just change the holiday. So that's why we celebrate Christmas on December 25th. You don't want to get me started on the nativity scene. I'll ruin it for you.
No, we're
And this is why he is the historian.
Exactly what I was going to say. This man's
This is why
knowledge.
He's the historian. He knows his stuff that the rest of us we don't.
Basically.
I know enough about it. I live with them. I hear it quite often.
Okay, I yield to that. So I'm sorry.
But I mean, it is true. If you look it up, it is true that the Romans were just masters at assimilation,
absolutely.
and taking a culture and consuming it, but making the people happy about it. We keep the dates, we keep the celebrations. We're gonna make you part of us. We're gonna make you part of us, but we're also gonna make us part of you.
So would I be wrong to say that that was probably the inspiration for the board?
I'm not exactly sure.
What?
Jeremy has studied the board more than I have.
I only know what I've seen. You do get the reference,
Yeah, I do.
okay. Just making sure.
I'm not always dumb.
I'm dumb on the board. I don't get the reference. I'm missing something somewhere.
Okay. Are you familiar with Star Trek?
Very little.
Because Star Wars is better.
Get the reference. So the Borg is they assimilate entire cultures into their own, but everybody is exactly the same. Nobody has any identity, and the people don't get a choice. If the Borg were to come here, we don't get a choice. Resistance is futile.
I got you.
And
So they may have stole part of that idea then from the
Yes.
Romans.
It's a complicated story. Let's put it that way.
Well, you have to remember the Roman Empire, out of all the empires, was the largest. So it spanned from Great Britain all the way to Africa, north to south, and from Asia all the way to France and Spain.
That is a lot.
Yeah. Largest empire ever. Okay, who's next?
Are you done talking about St. Nicholas?
Well, I do want to say that a lot of the other traditions, the hats with the fur, boots with the fur, the big red suit. A lot of that is from Christendom spreading northward. As Christendom came northward, so did St. Nicholas and the stories of his generosity. And he becomes Sinterklaasen. Sinterklaasen becomes Santa Claus. Eventually, he ends up there at the North Pole with his little reindeer. The reindeer tradition, there are no reindeer in modern day Turkey. Just going to throw that out there. I just remember the name of the city where St. Nicholas was born.
Oh, do tell.
Patera.
Okay.
He was born in Patera. But Sinterklaasen ties in very, very closely to someone who Crystal wanted to talk about from Switzerland. So I'll let Crystal talk about Sinterklaasen and his buddy.
Sinterklaasen's buddy comes from Switzerland. So here, modern times, you're bad, you get coal, or no gifts in Scotty's case. So in Switzerland, Santa Claus has a counterpart named Schmaltzy. Schmaltzy. I'm not Swiss. Anyways, his little sidekick, kind of like Scott, leprechaun.
Why am I wearing the elf hat? I am the world's tallest elf.
Buddy!
Are you going to break down into song for us?
No.
Oh.
Okay. So his little sidekick, if you're bad, will make you go out, take tree branches, put them together into a broom, and then he will beat you with them. That's it. See? Short, sweet, to the point.
So if you're bad in Switzerland, you get a butt whipping for Christmas.
Yeah. You get a tree broom.
My
beating.
kids better be glad that they don't live in Switzerland, because I would do that just for fun.
Yes.
But you are so terrible.
I would put on the whole costume and go in there and whip their butts right out of bed in the morning.
Ooh, dang.
Wow.
Oh.
And you look like you take such glee from this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I am the dad who told his own children there was no Santa Claus because they were so ungrateful one year for their Christmas presents.
Oh no. All three of them?
No,
The two youngest.
The two youngest. The other ones were older and had already figured it out. But my son was about 10. And he spent the rest of Christmas mad at me, not because Santa Claus wasn't real, but because I had lied to him for 10 years.
No, that makes sense.
Okay, that's kind of different because I think I would be more mad that Santa wasn't real.
No, they didn't care. He was mad.
He
we
didn't care
lied.
about that. He was mad that we lied.
Wow.
He's like, I've been being good for 10 years,
For nothing.
trying to get Christmas presents for nothing. Thanks. In retrospect, I should have kept lying.
Yeah. Would have saved you a lot of headache, wouldn't it?
That's right.
It would have saved me a lot of headache. He works.
And you do the shopping.
And the wrapping.
Yeah, that's
And
that,
the-
yeah,
yep,
that
yep.
that's the
Hey,
headache.
I helped shop and wrap this year. Thank you.
Yeah.
This year, out of the
I,
last 20.
I will agree with you there. Yeah.
I've worked 12-hour shifts for how many years, Jeremy?
Enough.
Yeah.
So
And all of it on nights.
I will go off of your subject, what you just covered, with the Belsnickel, because it, in sense, is in the same area of Switzerland. It's actually from Germany in the Rhine, which covers Germany, Switzerland, France. And Belsnickel.
Austria.
Say what?
Austria.
Well, Google didn't say that, but okay. Anyways, so this,
Half of us use Google, the other half actually use real research.
well, hey,
Well, I used Google.
I couldn't rely on Wikipedia.
It was just
I just
7
know it
years
all
ago
off the
that
top
I
of my
did
head.
it.
It just comes to me.
Yeah. So this dude is considered like an evil part of Santa, or I want to say a companion maybe of Santa, kind of like an elf. And this guy would come into houses couple days before Christmas and knock on their door. And he would enter the door, and he would have in one hand a switch. And in the other hand, he would have a bag of gifts or fruits or whatever, nuts for kids. And the kids would have to either recite a poem, a Bible verse, or a math equation for him. And if they could do that, he would put the gifts and whatever on the floor. But in return, the kids had to remember their manners. Because if they didn't, instead of getting the gifts that was left on the floor, he would switch them on the back.
that's
on
kinky.
their back.
Yeah.
That I don't know about that, but so yeah. And what's crazy is on, I hope I can say this, Netflix, there is a movie, whatever, called Christmas Chronicles 2 that have Kurt Russell in it. And they actually, in this one, they actually talk about Belsnickel in it. And it's really pretty interesting. But what is weird is how they explain him, because there's so many different versions of how he is. One of them is he's a guy in all white, and he can then turn into like this smoke or this fog and come through a keyhole for the house. And another one is that he's just a man dressed up in fur as well.
Boots with the fur. Oh.
Right. Everything with the fur. But a third one is that he is a guy who dresses up with a mask that has horns and or a tongue sticking out, which is odd because of one of the ones that you're going to be covering has kind of like the same concept from Germany.
Yeah.
But I found this intriguing because it made me think of like you guys said, our holiday tradition. Can you imagine, like here, like just to clarify, when immigrants came over to the United States from Germany and stuff in Pennsylvania, they actually brought this tradition over with them.
Mm-hmm.
But being in Indiana, where we are, can you imagine that kind of tradition of growing up from our parents having the same kind of tradition where it wasn't a Santa Claus, but a Belsnickel, and in your head you always thought, if you're not good, you get your gifts, or if you are good, if you're not good, you get the gifts. Yes, if you are good, you get your gifts, but if not, you're getting a switch on the back. Because I remember plenty of times not being good and getting that switch. You know,
Every day.
but that doesn't surprise me from you.
What about the time your brother decided to get a Switch?
Yeah, that was great. He comes back with a little green one,
Yeah, no.
and my mom whipped him with it. So the next time she told us to go get a Switch, he came back with this humongous log because he thought if that little bitty one hurt that bad, then the great big one wouldn't hurt so much. And my mom was laughing so hard she didn't whip us.
That would make sense. I want to switch him, not kill him.
I told him not to get the little green one.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, I just love that, how they described that, you know, you better behave or you're getting a switch on the back.
It's kind of almost religious, like the Cat of Nine Tails.
Right. And like I said, it kind of goes in sight with what you were just talking
Right.
about.
Right.
Well, not only that, but I don't know if you've ever been switched on the rear end and had somebody miss and hit your back.
You realize how old I am? Shut up.
Well, when Abraham Lincoln was president, we didn't have switches.
No.
We earned those switches and liked it. Uphill, both ways.
I don't think I ever liked it. Anyways, so yeah, that was my story on Belsnickel. So I found that very intriguing.
Well,
That leaves your turn.
Don Juan.
no, nobody done want. No, I'm not even gonna go. Okay, so what I'm going to be covering is Krampus, and this is one of the more famous stories here at Christmas time, because this
Especially
guy,
since the 2015 movie.
yeah. I've got 3 movies. The actual big budget film, and I've got 2 of the low budget films, the indie films, but they were still done very well. I enjoyed them. I watch them every year. As much as I love Christmas, I love the evil part of Christmas. It's cute.
That's cute.
So anybody who knows me, you know, Halloween is my Christmas,
Yes.
but Christmas is my Halloween.
Were you born breech?
I don't know.
Wow, that escalated quick.
All I can think of was, did your mother have any children that lived? Oh my goodness.
Sometimes I wonder if I might have been that 13th child.
I got you.
So no, I have not really had a chance to do any kind of research because I have been so busy with not only our team but the podcast and Pun TV. So I'm basically just going to kind of like read it off, just wing this one. So basically, Krampus came from the Alpine folklores for Christmas time, and he scares children who have misbehaved.
Right.
And it ties in with the not only St. Nicholas, but also what became Santa Claus, and another one called, I'm pretty sure I'm going to say this wrong, the D Mars. You know, for those who do not know, that it is a figure that is very similar to Saint Nicholas and Santa Claus, who has roots in Slavic paganism mythology. But that's not who I'm going to be talking about here. Krampus, basically, he goes after bad children. Scotty.
What?
2 against 1.
Ah,
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Tim would side with us on that one.
Probably.
Yeah, I see.
Probably.
He's doing it.
Yep. So, and basically eats the kids.
Yum. I
Yeah.
love kids for dinner.
This one's a little plump.
So basically, Krampus has a little bag with him where he's got all kinds of spices and everything. No, not really.
Oh.
Paprika.
A little chilly on this one.
Yeah. Sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon here.
Y'all making me hungry.
Yeah. You got some garlic I want to sprinkle on his head.
He's gonna eat Scotty.
Hey, where you going, man? I ain't got my nugs.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Scotty.
Oh, no.
It's funny that you mentioned that. This is for you, and this is for you since it's Christmas.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and open your gifts.
I'm going to let Scott open his first.
No, you go first.
And the funny,
Nothing's gonna pop out at you, I promise.
sorry folks, my
I
Jingle
promise.
Balls had to release some eggnog.
Dude. Is that what I think it is?
It is.
Dude, that is
Do
awesome.
not eat them.
So, if you can't see, they gave us Winnie's
Chicken nuggets.
chicken nuggets ornaments
Yes.
for our trees, dude. That is awesome.
This is going on my tree tonight.
That is great. You rock, dude.
I made those, yes.
And I could tell because they're well done. If Tim would have done
No,
it,
don't eat them, Jeremy. There's 13 substances in there that will kill you. So
Okay, I'm dying tonight because that actually tasted good.
well, it's
Wow.
paint and modeling.
that is awesome. We have the best family in the world,
This is
man.
awesome. Where did you get this?
I made it.
You made this?
I made that.
She hand painted each one of those nuggets, rolled them into little balls.
Wow.
We got the best family in
Cut
the
the
world.
vinyl. Those are little shot glasses. Yeah.
Dude, I
That is
can't wait.
awesome.
That's what I was doing last night while I was running back and forth on our after show after party.
That is awesome.
You know, Wendy's, you need to hire this woman to do your stuff.
And you just need to sponsor us.
Or that, sure. That would
One
work
to
out
two,
really
yeah.
That
well.
way we can take our world tour.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yeah, there you go.
So we can go to all these places and
Go
Yeah.
all of
Get
these
beat
places and
with
spread
switches.
the
And
Wendy's
go.
awareness to those that do not have a Wendy's.
And go live from
And
all
go
those
live.
places.
Dude, that would be an
Yes.
amazing thing.
So Wendy's, take note.
Yes. Because you do have the best chicken nuggets in the world. I'm just saying.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
This- that-
Thank you so much. That is awesome, dude.
It is awesome. Wow. I know I'm creative, but I'm not anywhere near the creativity of this.
it's another tick in my resume.
There you go. You really do need to start up a business.
I'm about as creative as a rock.
Me
I
too.
believe that. And probably all you get for Halloween is rocks, isn't it?
See, she has the creativity, and I'm the history guy.
Hey, that makes perfect sense.
I am just a funny idiot, dude.
And I am, well, let's not go there.
Yep, is bald.
So anyway,
Nobody saw that, right?
So you have
yeah,
nuggets,
it's on
but we
video.
can't eat them. So don't get mad. There are nugs.
So this is the one exception. We have nuggets on the show. It's just not the edible kind.
Right. So we apologize.
But we do
everybody.
have nuggets on the show,
Yes.
especially this nugget.
Butt nuggets don't count.
So
Do you see what she has to deal with?
Exactly.
again, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Me too.
And I think other people will start to realize that too. So basically, I'm just going to read this off here because I don't have anything in my head like this guy here does. This guy's got so much knowledge in his head that it's actually kind of pushed all the.
The hair out.
Yeah, that's what happened. It pushed all my hair out.
Mhm. So I
So I
am
can
going
take this
to
off.
read this off of my phone.
Except my ball.
Because, like I said, I haven't really had any time to do any kind of research that I've been wanting to do. Blah, 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 blah. I can't even talk. That I've been wanting to do the last couple of weeks, but everything has just been so hectic. With the holidays coming up.
Yep.
With the work things going on at work, and of course you got your family obligations. Then all the fun stuff that we do that we don't get paid for. So the
I got
history.
paid once.
Huh?
I got paid once.
Jesus.
Man, for what that's worth. So the history of the Krampus figure has been theorized as stretching back to pre-Christian Alpine traditions. And one person who actually published an article back in 1958, Maurice Bruce, wrote, "There seems to be little doubt to his true identity, for in no other form than the full story of the horned god of the witch is so well preserved. The birch, apart from its phallic significance, may have a connection to the initiation rites of certain witch covens, rites which entailed bonding and scourging as a form of mock death. The chains could have been introduced in a Christian attempt to bind the devil, but again, they could be a regiment of pagan initiation rites." So again, if you're bad, you're going to get AIDS.
Well, yeah, but there's also traditions where they held festivals.
And they still,
That
yes,
is very
they still
true.
do.
And,
Yep.
and over there in Europe, Krampus is very popular.
Yep.
They have parades.
Yes. And that is actually on like my bucket list, my top 10. I actually want to be able to go over and see this parade.
I would love to too.
Well, one of the things that I was reading on I thought was really funny is that these men, grown men, by the way, the adult men, would get dressed up in animal skins
It excludes him.
and
Okay.
mask. Yeah.
Mhm.
And run around the town creating mischief and havoc, wreaking havoc on everyone.
That's Halloween.
And that was one of the traditions that I wrote or that I read about, was that these guys would get dressed up and go out and just have a good time. It was like Halloween for adults.
Pretty much, yeah. Exactly. So here's another thing here that I do for whatever reason I cannot talk today.
Maybe if you go to bed at night
No. Let's not talk about it.
and get up in the morning.
Oh, it was afternoon.
I know.
After this guy here calling me 1,000 times, trying to wake me up. So anyway, another person, his name is John Hogneman. I think I said that right. He wrote an article in 1975 about a town in Styria, Austria, which is I think the second largest town in Austria. What he wrote is the St. Nicholas Festival we are describing incorporates culture elements widely distributed in Europe, in some cases going back to pre-Christian times. Nicholas himself became popular in Germany around the 11th century, so long after the deeds that he had done. The feast feast dedicated to this patron of children is only one winter occasion in which children are the object of special attention, others being Martinmas and the Feast of Holy Innocents and New Year's Day, which is something that apparently Scott thought this was all about. Masked devils acting really bad and making nuances of themselves are known in Germany since at least the 16th century, while animal masked devils combining dreadful comic antics appeared in medieval church plays. Again, I am not very good at talking, so bear with me. A large literature, most of it by European folklorists, bears on these subjects. Austrians in the community we studied are quite aware of heathen elements being blended with Christian elements in the St. Nicholas traditions and other traditional winter ceremonies. They believe Krampus derives from a pagan supernatural who was assimilated to the Christian devil.
Dang.
And there's that word again, assimilation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It happens a lot through history, folks.
I believe that. And I also believe that what we understand now is probably very, very far from the ideals that they had way back then.
Yeah.
It's almost like one of those things where I'm going to say, "Hey Tim, I'm going to buy a car." By the time you tell Crystal tells Scott, Scott tells other people, I now own a car lot.
Yep.
Right. It's the game of telephone.
Yeah.
I like to call it muddy history. Because you take a little bit of reality from here, a little bit of reality from there, a little bit of reality from here, and then it all gets swirled together in just a big mud hole.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like swirly ice cream.
No ice cream, Jeremy.
Leave it to the ice cream guys to talk about ice
Right.
cream.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're looking in ice
you
cream.
might as well just call it a mudslide.
That's
And you
That's
are
more-
the
that's
big
more of
boy
Crystal's
that
alley.
starts that slide.
Yeah, I am. There's nothing wrong with putting a little dynamite in an avalanche to get it going.
Just try to be up at the top with the ski so that you can ride that avalanche.
Oh man, that would be so scary.
More of a snowboarder.
Snowboard.
I've done both.
Ski, snowboard. Yeah, that works.
sled. Sled. Your ass is on the ground. Sled.
Or my personal favorite, just go tumbling down there and build a big snowball around you as you go down there.
Look, Mommy, Frosty.
Yes! Frosty the Snowman.
Okay, I heard that.
Jeremy.
Yes, Goose Scott.
Oh, well, you can't have Christmas without a Christmas goose.
Well, guess what though? I got good hearing, believe it or not.
It's
just selective.
I got smacked. Ouch.
You're lucky I didn't smack your arm further up.
Yes, I am.
He has no right arm, right?
No.
None.
I got one good arm, one bad arm.
Yes. He cannot do his shoulder at all. So you're basically at our mercy.
I can bend my elbow. I can get my hand up to my nose.
That's about it.
Yeah, I just can't move my shoulder.
Or smell your fingers.
The wrist, the elbow. I can move all that.
Wow.
Just not this. And I can't. The doctor told me I can do this.
Ooh.
So
Like that Shaquille O'Neal.
So I can get my Christmas groove on. That's about the extent of my limited dance skills right there.
Yeah, that's about the best I can do too.
Don't look at me. I'm not saying how I dance.
Oh, Scotty can dance. I've witnessed it.
And the various outfits that he wears while he's dancing.
I don't know
You
what
just
you're
have to
talking
watch
about.
when he starts backing his butt up.
Embrace.
Now that concerns me because I'm sitting behind him.
I'm just telling
Maybe
you.
you're gonna get ghosts.
I ain't had no alcohol.
You want to switch seats with me?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So there's stories, and that's the evilness on the other side of St. Nicholas.
Yeah.
Is how if you're bad, well,
Well, that's
You're not
because
gonna
the
turn
three
out
of
too
us
well.
have those evil tendencies, and he is probably the only good one of this group.
Well, hang on
What?
now. I do know a little bit about the story of the Yule Cat.
dude, and I
Oh, I want
yeah,
to hear about that one.
yes.
So the Yule Cat is a
Jeremy's
creature.
been in the
Sure.
eggnog. If he thinks he's a good one.
I do. The Yule Cat is a cryptid creature, and it's a very large cat, ranging anywhere from the size of a man to the size of a house,
Ooh.
depending on where you hear the story from.
Right.
They believe it came out somewhere between 1000 and 1500 AD. So the story of the Yule Cat is that he comes up to your window at night. He comes up to your window at night and he looks in. And if you have been hardworking and doing all your work and doing all your chores, then you would have received new clothes for Christmas. So he peers in through your windows at night to see if you got new clothes. And if you were rewarded with new clothes, you are safe from the Yule Cat. If not, he would use his razor sharp claws and teeth if you had been lazy and not done work and not done what you needed to do. Then he would slice you up and eat you. And they said that he was so big that small children he would just swallow whole.
Okay, I see another theme here.
Yes.
The eating of children. So piecing it all together, this is what I'm coming up with. Somebody beats them and tenderizes the meat, and then the other people come along and eat it.
Basically.
Didn't I see that in an episode of The Simpsons once?
Probably.
Now we know why American children are so ungrateful. Oh no, I'm going to get a lump of coal in my stocking.
Oh,
Blah.
just a lump of coal? Like, really?
Yeah.
I can handle
And
that.
European kids are like, dude, if I'm not good, I'm tomorrow's
That's
dinner.
because those European kids were grateful to get a lump of coal. That meant warmth in your house in the
Right,
1800s.
I mean, and I love the Yule Cat tradition because it's still passed down over in Iceland.
Yep.
You know, and because I was reading, so so I don't.
I did fail. I did fail to mention the country of origin.
Yeah, but it's in its way, families still give each other warm clothes to keep warm during that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Iceland's actually very green, though.
and
There
Greenland
were
is
still
very
some
icy.
others out there that I was able to get out of this one to go along with the Yule Cats. You got the Yule Lads, which is also Icelandic.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What's that one
That
called?
doesn't sound right.
let's see. So we got the
Grilla. That's also Icelandic.
Mhm.
So the Yule Cat ties in with the Grilla because the Grilla was like a giant or a troll, and the Yule Cat later became associated as its pet, as the Grilla's pet.
So
Grilla, whichever way.
Gryla had a pet, and it was a cat as big as a house. Man,
Yeah, Tweety Bird's like, I think I thought that putty tat, and he's a big putty tat.
right? But
another one is the percha or bircha, whichever way you want to pronounce it. But in English, it's Bertha, which is at one time a common name for females.
Once again, this one ties into
Holy is
Christianity.
that?
It does. This one comes in from the Alpine paganism of the upper German and Austrian regions of the Alps. Her name may mean bright one, and is probably related to the name Birchentag, meaning the Feast of the Epiphany. Percha is often identified as stemming from the same Germanic goddess as Hulda and other figures of German folklore.
You taken 3 years of German? You learned any of this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Frau Perchta?
Mm-hmm.
Perch?
Is he saying it right?
No.
Didn't think so.
I didn't think so.
Perchta.
How do you say it?
I don't want to say it right off the top of my head. I have to see the spelling. How's it?
Perchta.
Hold on. man.
Come on, Mason, get on in here.
We have a 3-year German student.
So, right here.
Perchta. Something like that.
That's what we said, Perchta.
Yeah, but you don't have the R sound. Perchta.
Perchta.
Yeah, get the R sound, Dad.
Yeah, dad, loser, honestly.
There's one of those ungrateful kids.
Christmas.
He's getting
Just
some.
getting beat.
He's getting some coal.
He's getting the coal. He's also getting the Yule Cat.
Oh, he's gonna get beat for Christmas. What? The
We got a switch for you.
only problem is she's got to hold him down.
That's why I got these guys.
Good luck with that one.
Uh,
So anyway, Perchta is Hulda's southern cousin or the equivalent of, as they both share the role of guardians of the bees and appear during the 12 days of Christmas when they oversee spinning. That's what it says.
Well, I also know that when Christendom came, they tried to take the pagan god and make her evil.
Mhm.
So a lot of the belief of her being an evil witch comes from before pre-Christian, she was a goddess. Post-Christian, she's known as an evil witch with a hag-like expression, carrying a cane, normally a very sharp knife that she would disembowel people with and take their organs and replace them with straw. And that she has an iron, long, pointed beak nose made out of iron. That was all put in post-Christianity. So as Christianity spread, that was one of the gods they tried not to assimilate, but to discredit.
Next.
Anything else stuck in that brain of yours? Yeah.
Like I said, when you look at traditions, I mean, look how different everything from our tradition to Europeans. I mean, how more, in a sense, scarier, more graphic, darker, to where we're not so much.
Yeah.
We just got Santa Claus.
Now I do think we should take the show in a slightly different direction. Scott, Jeremy, Crystal, I want to talk about some traditions that we have in all of our families.
Awesome.
Because one of the things that is,
He just spilled his pop.
yeah, I'll clean it up later. One of the things I think that is important to Christmas
Back row can't
for
talk.
each and every one of us is our family traditions that are passed down generations and generations. A tradition that we started with our children when they were little is this.
The Christmas pickle.
That is an old German tradition where you hide a pickle in your Christmas tree every year at Christmas, and the first child to find the pickle on Christmas morning gets to be the first one to open their presents. So that's a Christmas tradition in our house. What are some Christmas traditions in your guys' homes?
we never. There was really only one thing that we did when I was a kid, if you want to call it a tradition, is that, of course, we had our Christmas tree, but there's also a 1.5 2 foot Christmas tree for me specifically that I actually still have, and the lights still work. The original lights from 35 years ago.
Holy moly.
Yeah, to my surprise.
That's awesome, dude.
It
That
is.
is really awesome.
And what mom and dad always did is that they would put the biggest gift, not necessarily in size, but the most important gift
Right.
that they had for me and put it underneath that one. And that would be my last gift to open for the morning. And I still have that tree, and it is actually sitting on my little mini refrigerator in my bedroom.
That is awesome, man.
It is. And that the fact that the lights still work after all
Yeah,
this time.
whoever made those ones,
Yeah, they made that thing to last. So you could say that would be one tradition that we had. Another one is something that I got from both mom and dad is the joy and the love of decorating for Christmas. And
as you can see.
Yes.
yeah,
Bring up these lights.
and it was when we were living in Florida. Dad started decorating the outside of the house, and we lived on the corner of a cul-de-sac. So we had the two sides, and he would literally, from the day after Thanksgiving until Christmas Eve, be outside decorating the entire house. Outside.
Wow.
That is awesome, though.
And
Smart
mom,
man.
and mom would be on the inside decorating the house.
Awesome.
And that it actually landed us in the newspaper of the Port St. Lucie newspaper in Florida, where they did a nice story on us. They interviewed my dad, they interviewed myself. I don't know if they interviewed my mom, but my dad still has that article somewhere in his
Very cool.
house. And I got the love of decorating from them. And even though I live alone in my house, as you guys have already seen, Scott, you were finally able to see it last night.
Yep.
My house is decked. I literally decked the halls inside and outside of my house.
He takes that song literally. Although I didn't see any boughs of holly.
No comment.
Crystal, what about another tradition from our house?
I'm gonna let Scott go first.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Scott.
Whatever, Tim.
I thought you had already gone when I got up to go.
No.
No, I was
Well,
the one doing all the talking.
Growing up, I don't remember a whole lot of traditions, but being married, with April, we have started each Christmas Eve. The kids we get new pajamas every year, so on Christmas Eve we all exchange and get new pajamas, which I absolutely love. It's become a great tradition for us to do. And still having a couple kids in the house, I like to read Night Before Christmas on Christmas Eve. And I think that's always something important to me as a good tradition. And, that's something I want my kids to continue. Even if they don't read the night before Christmas, pajamas, it's just a nice little tradition, and they don't have to be expensive, so for us it's definitely on Christmas Eve we all open up new pajamas.
Very cool.
So I'm kind of old, that's why I don't remember growing family traditions, so
Very cool, man.
there you go. That's short and sweet. Damn.
So unlike Jeremy, Christmas is my favorite holiday. I will go all out and I will celebrate Christmas from the day after Thanksgiving clear through. So for us, there are several traditions.
Yeah, there's a lot of traditions here.
Let's see. So Tim proposed to me December 2nd/3rd. I say it that way because it was 2:00 in the morning. So where he proposed was the Marion Walkway of Lights. So it's a tradition to always go down there, see the lights. We go once by ourselves, at least, sometimes 2 times. We go once with the kids, and now I have started taking my niece and nephew, because I don't have grandkids, which I'm fine with. So we keep passing that down generations. From when I was a kid, we always did Christmas Eve with my dad's family, Christmas Day with mom's family. So every year for Christmas Eve, which I think you did get to take part in this a couple of years before Grandma quit doing it. My grandma always made the same dinner
Oh God.
for Christmas Eve. It was always waffles and the smoky sausage links
Ooh, yeah. See, yeah.
every night
But she made
for
yes,
Christmas Eve dinner.
waffles, but she burnt them horribly.
The waffle maker, I think, was
Older than her.
as old as Grandma, and we always set off some smoke detectors when we were
It was
cooking.
really
People need to realize that smoke detectors are not timers.
well.
Grandma kind of was.
Her waffle iron was so old.
How
that
old
when-
was it?
Yes, Timmy.
Ba-da-cha! That when she plugged it in, it would throw sparks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing was ancient, but
Yeah.
we loved the fact that the tradition stayed.
Now that Grandma
Kind
has
of.
passed, we don't go, and because families have grown and grown and grown and grown. We have a new tradition now with my mom, and every Christmas morning we go and we open up gifts, and when we're done opening up gifts at my mom's, we have French toast instead of waffles
And sausages.
and sausages.
Nice.
That is it's a brunch for us.
We celebrate my parents on Christmas Eve. So just the same, dad's family on Christmas Eve, mom's family on Christmas Day. And my parents have never been the big Christmas Day dinner people.
No, we do appetizers.
Yeah. So they make a bunch of snacks and appetizers. Like cheese sticks, pizza rolls, nachos, like all these different appetizers, the little smokies and barbecue sauce or meatballs. Normally one of those two. So we just have like potato skins. So we have all these appetizers and we just go over there and everybody just kind of eats when they want to eat. We kind of spend the day there with them. And then when we come back here, home, at our home, one of the traditions from when I was a child was that we got to open one Christmas gift on Christmas Eve.
yep, we did that too.
And we've always let our kids pick one of the smaller gifts to open on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Like Jeremy, our kids, where you got the one big gift, not necessarily in size, but that one.
Expensive gift.
We always have one bigger gift for the kids, and it's always marked special.
Mhm.
I always put that. That's the one that always says from Santa, and it's marked with the star, and they know that that's the last one.
They have to wait till last to open it.
I remember specifically 3 years, the big gift. 2 of those years were CDs.
Let me guess, Richard Marx.
Yep. So the first one was actually the greatest hit CD of his that had just come out. And then the other one, to my surprise, was it's a Rush Street album, his third album that he released back in '91. But it was something that a friend of my mom's, Judy, who basically was like an adopted aunt, She found this CD. I had already had it, but she found this CD and was somehow able to get it autographed for me.
That is awesome.
That's cool.
I still have it.
That's pretty cool.
And that was underneath my little tree. And the other one, which is probably my favorite gift of all time. Well, no, I take that back. The best gift I ever received will probably be told later on. But the best one that I got in terms of what Mom and Dad got me for that little tree was a DVD. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
No.
I knew that was coming as well. Yep.
It was one of the very first DVDs I ever got. And I still watch that on Halloween night every year to this day.
And, you know, and I guess I'm going to pose a question for all of us.
Mhm.
When we were growing up and you got that special gift, you think it's more meaningful for us back then as it is for kids today?
I think back then it was more meaningful to us because, in my opinion, the way that the world is now, a lot of people seem to not really appreciate things like we used to when we were kids. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about favorite childhood presents, what about you, big boy?
Oh my gosh. I still have my favorite childhood present.
It's not hair, is it?
No.
Okay.
When I was 12, my grandfather bought me my first shotgun for Christmas. And I still hunt with it today. It still looks just the same as the day it came out of the package.
Wow.
I've kept it clean and beautiful for years. So I still use it. It's my favorite gun. My 12 gauge Mossberg Model 500 shotgun. Never jams on me. Fires straight as an arrow. She's not gonna look at it. Will jam up and blow my face off. But no, it will always be my favorite gift. It was from my grandpa. I've had it for oh my goodness, 31 years now.
Wow.
So
You're old.
well, I mentioned that I was 12, so I'm aging myself. I'm 43.
You just aged yourself to the
But
ground.
that's okay. I'm not ashamed of that.
My
Hard-earned 43 years.
My favorite gift was actually something that I really received last year, and it wasn't a physical gift, but it was somebody's heart.
Aww.
Last year, somebody
Don't do it, Jeremy. Don't you make me cry. I'll beat you. I will beat you. I will find Smootsy and I will have him beat you.
Belsnickel too, with the switch on the back.
or Krampus.
We're coming. We're both coming at you now. Don't make us cry.
So, but long story short, last year it was a girl that I had been talking with for many months. Neither one of us realized, although we had a suspicion, but neither one of us realized that we were crushing on each other big time. And we finally admitted it to each other a little over a week prior to, and then on Christmas Eve, we made it official. And it only lasted 6 weeks, but I gotta tell you, it was the most beautiful 6 weeks I've ever had in my life. And I still miss that to this day.
Very cool, brother.
Absolutely.
And I would say that would be my favorite and best gift I have ever received.
Glad I went first. Now they have to try to top that. See,
Right.
I wanted to say mine
Thanks.
because I didn't want to be the one to finish it.
And on that note, everybody's gonna go and cry and
You're up.
No, you're up.
running.
Nope, you.
I don't know. So you go.
Okay, so I've had a lot of great gifts. I mean, I'm seeing Gabriel Iglesias. Yep,
Duffy.
yep. Getting one of my favorite bands in the world, both for my Valentine. Got tickets to go see them. My most memorable, I would have to say, was I think I was in like 6th or 7th grade, and me and my brother Chad come downstairs, and Dad had gotten us new bikes for Christmas. And I used to race BMX, and I was so excited with this bike, and my brother Chad was excited about his new Mongoose, and so we actually talked my dad into letting us go outside and ride our bikes, and it had snowed, and the one words come out of my dad's mouth was, "Don't wreck your new bikes." So me and my brother out, we're just cruising around doing some jumps, and sure enough, me and my brother, we lay our bikes down. Yeah, that was a good time. Thankfully Dad never found out about it, but yeah, that was probably one of the biggest surprise, was coming down and finding new bikes that me and my brother so badly wanted. It was really amazing to get those, and that's one Christmas memory I'll always have.
The best part was Scott's had the little fringes coming off the handlebars.
Well, and I had a little ringing bell too.
Yeah,
Ding,
ting,
ding,
ting,
ding,
ting,
yes.
ting.
That's right.
Did it have a basket on the front?
No, I wish,
Oh.
because then I
Was
could
it
have
a
wrote in
two-wheel
that.
or-
Then you could have put your stuffed ET doll on the front.
No, I would be the ET in the front. My brother,
Yeah.
my brother could have just rode me around.
Yeah.
So no,
Then you don't have to pedal.
no, that's good because I
Yeah.
can't reach them.
Wow.
You're up, homie.
I don't really have a favorite gift per se. I get lots of different things. I'm a spoiled little princess.
Not at all.
No,
You do realize you can see.
Yes.
for me, it's not. It really isn't the gifts. It's I have a very tight knit family, even to my aunts, my uncles, my great aunts, my great uncles, my
Cousins.
cousins upon cousins upon cousins upon cousins.
That's a lot of cousins.
Yeah,
Catholic family.
Catholic family.
And that explains a lot.
Explain just.
Yeah. And for me, my favorite gift would be getting to spend time with all of them. I can remember as a young child, it went from my grandparents to my great uncles. They each, every year, somebody else hosted Christmas. And you would have like me and my parents and my sister and brother would do our Christmas. Then we would do Christmas with grandma and grandpa and my mom's brothers and sisters and their kids. And then it was everybody. And it was just, I can remember playing cards and Christmas music going and everybody's houses being decorated and all the,
Those euchre tournaments were legendary.
yes. But that's the kind of stuff that's Christmas to me. It's not what is underneath the tree. Almost every year I get a new, I know you guys can't see it, but these guys can. My Christmas village, I get another piece or two for my Christmas village. And they're meaningful and I love them. And each one of them represents somebody or something in my life. And we have our Christmas bulbs that we get every year when we're marrying. And my kids know, you break a bulb, I'll break your...
Behind.
Because they are glass.
I was going to say skull, but okay, that works. That's a little nicer. Krampus will look like Saint Nick when I'm done with you for breaking my bulb. But it's being with family more than anything. I would give it all away to just be with family.
You know, that's one thing that I never really got to have in my adult life, because when I was a kid, Christmas was all about family, but it was always me, mom, and dad. My brothers and sisters were all grown up and moved away. So, and my grandma, because my grandma lived with us for most of my life up till the time that she passed away when I was 19. If she didn't actually physically live with us, she was within a mile. And that's how close knit we were. My dad's mom, and her middle name was Hope, who my daughter is actually named after. Because when she passed away, I made a vow that my first daughter would be named after her, and that's how I got Angelia Hope.
That's how we have Madeline Nadine.
Yeah.
Nadine is my grandma's middle name. It's Michaela Jean. She's named after Tim's grandfather and my grandfather. And then Mason Alexander is named after Tim's grandfather as well.
So after moving out on my own, yeah, Christmas Day I would always go to mom and dad's house and spend Christmas morning with them. And now it's dad and Angelia. After that, there really is no Christmas dinner unless, like I'm thinking this year for Christmas, I'll probably make my enchiladas, which my dad loves, and I experiment with my enchiladas all the time, which you probably wouldn't want it. I know you would want it. I put all kinds of spices and buffalo sauce and everything.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna give me Howard's toilet demons, is what you're saying.
I'll let you talk to Howard about that. And I make it to where it's guaranteed that each bite of the enchilada, or each enchilada, is different. The way that I do it, and I've been doing it now for about 10 years, and my dad loves it.
Very cool.
Right
Yeah.
on.
And that was one thing I was actually looking forward to. Was looking forward to this year, stemming from last year, is actually being able to have a family. Because she's got 2 great children, and yeah,
It's not easy.
it's not easy.
Christmas is different for everybody.
It is.
And with COVID this year, it's still really different.
Yes.
It's even more. Like I said, we always do our Christmas. We do my Christmas with my mom and my brothers and my dad and my sister and my nieces and nephew. And normally and you can ask Tim, we love Christmas. We do. It's my favorite holiday. But it's so hectic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's get up here, my kids open their gifts. Okay, everybody, you see what you got? Great. Pack your crap. We're going to grandma's. Okay, pack your crap. We're going to an aunt's house or an uncle's house. And
Well, on the rare occasion they came to us, which is always nice.
and then with Madeline, it was always okay, in between here and there, let's drop her off to her dad, because
Right.
we always split holidays.
Right.
And so it was always crazy, busy. And I'm kind of glad that we have COVID, in a sense, that we're not going to be as busy this year.
Right.
We're going to be able to sit and enjoy. But we are going to do a StreamYard call with my aunts and uncles. So that way we can all still see each other, because I have not seen my family, and Tim can attest to this. About every 2 months, we try, all my aunts and uncles and cousins, we try to do something to get together. It might be a cookout. It might be play cards. It might be something. And we haven't seen each other we haven't seen Aunt Linda for almost a year.
Yeah, due to COVID.
Yeah. So it'll be nice. It's going to be different. It's going to be really different, but it's going to still be nice to see them.
You know, there is something I do want to touch up on, part of what you said. But before I go into that, there is one tradition that I forgot to mention, and that was something that my mom did every Christmas morning. she would make a huge casserole for us. Like an omelet type casserole. It had all kinds of eggs, had potatoes, had spices. It is so good, and she only made that Christmas morning.
Now, see, that plays into a little bit of what I was going to mention next, which is what about New Year's traditions? Does anybody have any New Year's traditions? My family used to make my great-grandmother's soup every year for Christmas. My great-grandmother was Hungarian. She's the one with the ties to Romania. She was Hungarian, or her mother was Hungarian. She was born in Poland, immigrated to the U.S. in 1913. I want to say right just prior to World War I.
Right.
She immigrated to the United States as a young girl, and she made something that her mother made that my mother ended up making called Hungarian stew. And when you make Hungarian soup. When you make Hungarian soup, you start off with a roast, and then you put everything in whole. So whole stalks of celery, whole potatoes, whole carrots. You can peel them or whatever, but you just put it in the pot whole. And then you would make a tomato paste base and boil it for hours and hours. And there's tons and tons and tons there. And we always put in homemade noodles as well. And you boiled it in a great big cooker. But when the roast is done cooking, you take it all out and you put it all in separate bowls. And it's served smorgasbord style. So you go through and, okay, I want some meat in there. So you cut off some meat and you put it in your bowl. I want some potatoes. I don't like celery, so I'll skip that. I want carrots. But the flavor of the soup had everything mixed in.
Okay.
Nice.
So you had this really awesome, flavorful soup, and it would break a sweat out on me and my dad every year so bad. We would just be pouring sweat.
That hot? That spicy?
Yes.
Wow.
The other New Year's Eve tradition we have, that was always New Year's Day. New Year's Eve tradition would be, I kind of started this with my kids. One year for Christmas, I got the entire works of the Three Stooges on DVD. So we started having Three Stooge marathon on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
So after the ball drops, we would stay up as late as we could watching the Three Stooges.
That's pretty cool, man.
It is.
Yeah. Everybody loves the Stooges. I'm a huge fan.
There's actually one guy, I seen him on TV. He's got Three Stooges tattooed all over his body, including his face.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I love them, but not enough to tattoo them all over my body.
That's what this guy did. He had every Stooge tattooed, his entire body was covered.
Wow. But I do love.
This is my other Christmas tradition.
Oh, yeah.
Baking. Chex Mix. Puppy Chow. No bake cookies. Peanut butter fudge. Chocolate fudge. Buckeyes. And peanut brittle.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Yeah, that's a tradition I like.
That's a tradition a lot of people like.
Because when it comes to food, I like food. As I gotten older, we really don't have any New Year's Eve, New Year's Day tradition. But I remember eating, I believe it was like steamed cabbage the day after.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Supposed to be-
to bring.
Oh, my German roasted almonds.
Yeah. So, and my mom would make that with like smoked sausage.
I can't forget my nuts.
So
It's supposed to be, I don't remember which culture, but that's supposed to be a good blessing for the new year.
correct. So, and I do remember that. So, you.
These are 4
What
hours
about
in
you?
the crock pot. Can you eat them?
No. Sorry.
That's okay.
New Year's Eve, I always spend it at my dad's house. Every year, for as long as I can remember, I would be watching the Dick Clark special.
Yes.
Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Yeah, every channel has their own special,
Mm-hmm.
but in my opinion, Dick Clark was it for New Year's Eve. And I was always over at Dad's house, watch the ball drop, Happy New Year, yay. When Mom was alive, she would make us eat one piece of meat and one piece of cabbage, whether it was like lettuce or sauerkraut or something. She always changed it up every year.
Right.
I hated that. I did. She's like, if you don't eat it, you're not going to have a good year.
Yep.
Okay. So I ate it. And unfortunately, ever since she's passed, I've never done it again because that was always Mom's thing. And this year, for the first time that I can remember, I'm actually going to miss the New Year's Eve tradition because I'm having to work on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, where I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oof.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to go to bed early New Year's Eve, wake up in time to watch the ball drop with Dad, then go back home, go to sleep for a couple more hours, then go into work. Because there's something special about New Year's, about the New Year's. And I know a lot of people aren't exactly looking forward to it this year for many reasons, not only due to COVID, but also, with the political.
I think a lot of people are looking forward to 2020 saying goodbye.
They are, but what is 2021 going to bring?
I'm not signing up for it until I see the clause.
Right.
Just so you know, if I hear round 2, I'm going to be very unhappy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
So,
you never know.
yeah. So that was our New Year's Eve traditions. I would just go to Dad's house, we'd watch it.
Yep.
Then I would go back home and go to bed. And the next day, New Year's Day, there'd be a bowling tournament that me and some of my best friends, we would go every year. And we actually won the very first tournament of this kind, the first year. And we bowled in it every year since then. And I've always been kind of iffy about doing it this year because of the pandemic.
Right.
With the new restrictions, it's almost a given that they're not even going to have the tournament. But it's still upsetting that I'm not going to be able to even have the option to choose whether if I want to do it or not, because we have to work.
As our kids have gotten older in the last few years, we host. We host 14 teenagers plus our 3 kids that live in the house. So 17 teenagers
In this house?
in this house. Oh, we have kids everywhere. Yes. And they're all, for the most part, they all kind of do their own thing.
Standing room only almost.
Right?
But we also have games
No, I
that,
bring in stuff like this, the folding chairs.
yeah, and we play cards and we play games. We have a couple games that have become a traditional game. The break the box.
Mhm.
You wear oven mitts so you can't tear the paper, and you have to try to get the paper off. And it's a box inside a box inside a box, and then there's a prize.
Oh boy.
And
I like that.
and the way you
I've
do
seen
it though, like if we were playing this, so Scott's opening the box, Jeremy's rolling a dice. When Jeremy rolls a 6, Scott has to stop. Then it goes to you. Then Tim's rolling the dice. When
But
he gets a 6, it goes on.
before you can
Okay.
even start on the box, you have to put the mitts on.
Yeah, and
And I'm already rolling.
and we make them wear a
A
Santa Claus hat. So they have to put their mitts on, throw the Santa Claus hat on, hurry up, try to get the box while you're rolling,
That's pretty
and
cool.
then it's next.
That sounds fun.
Well, it was.
Uh-oh.
We're teenage. We have teenagers.
The kids being teenagers and smarter than us figured out
You just punch it.
You just punch the box and you just rip right through it, and then you get into the next box and just punch it.
Yeah.
They didn't take time to try to unwrap it. So we came up with a solution
You
to
kids
that.
know how to ruin everything, don't you? Yep.
We just duct tape.
We came up with a solution to that.
Duct tape.
Well, duct tape worked.
That made the game last a little longer.
The other solution is we do the same thing, except we take a big candy bar
Okay.
and then you start wrapping saran wrap around it.
That's our other game. That's
Yeah.
our second game.
And then you throw in
The saran
little
wrap ball.
toys and little candies as you're wrapping this big, huge saran ball up.
Oh boy.
And you have to try to unwrap the saran ball, and then whatever falls out on your turn. And all the time you're unwrapping, the next person's rolling die.
And whatever falls out, that's yours. And
And as soon as they hit a 6, you got to pass it.
I like
Pretty
it.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It
Who
is.
came up with that idea? You did?
Of
I
course.
found it. I found it on the internet, and
You
I just
sound
kind of
jealous.
earned it
No,
my own.
this does not surprise me.
I dropped my nut.
No comment.
Yeah.
But that's our thing. We always and because they are teenagers, they are not adults. We go and get them the sparkling grape juice. Tim and I have champagne. They get sparkling grape juice. Everybody gets their wine glass.
I did make them a fake champagne once using lemonade and Sprite.
Yep. And at midnight, we all come in
You
here
realize lemon is
and do the ball drop.
right.
There's so much stuff that goes on. You've got people in here playing cards. You have people in here talking. We turn up the music, whatever channel is playing music, we turn it up and everybody sings and we dance and
We just have a good
This is
time.
where you get one of those Alexas and every person gets a turn as to what song they want to play.
It sounds like an awful
You
lot
don't know
of
some of the
noise.
teenagers that come here.
It
Jeremy.
is
I don't
a
want
lot
to
of
hear
noise,
what kind of
but-
song you want to play.
this is
True,
why we do it.
true.
I know those kids are safe.
Right.
Yeah.
And when they come, they also know they don't leave. And I know that they're not drinking, but there's other people out on the roads that are drinking.
Mhm.
Yep.
They have to stay here. I will call their parents. I will tell their parents, look, when they come through my door, they don't leave. That's just the way it is.
That's why there have been many times when I've been asked to go to like a New Year's Eve party. I'm like, I mean, yeah, sure, the party itself would be fun, but I'm not going to take that chance to get from
Right.
there to come home.
Right.
Because there are a lot of idiots out there that drink and drive.
Yep.
Do you want to hear an embarrassing story about yours truly on New Year's Eve?
Well, I've heard a few already, so I'd like to hear this one.
I lived in Orlando, and I was a DJ at a radio station. And this guy calls me and offers me to come to this party, and it's in this really rich neighborhood. I mean, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Nick Anderson from the Orlando Magic. All their homes are right there in that neighborhood. And somebody who was kind of lonely on New Year's Eve anyway decided he'd go to this party. And to make a long story short, I ended up passed out in my underwear 3 blocks away from my home in somebody's backyard. Yeah.
And people,
And people like calling the cops. And I'm like, no need to call the cops. I'm out of here. Take off running through the backyards.
That
and
does
everything.
not surprise me one day.
This is when I was a very young man, very young.
long time ago.
22, 23.
So we've talked about traditions. We've talked about gifts.
Yep.
Now let's go to Jeremy's favorite 2 subjects. Movies and music. Y'all knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So since it's your forte, you can start us.
Okay.
And don't tell me Killer Clowns
One,
from
it's
Christmas
not.
Island or something.
One
It's
favorite
not.
Christmas song, one favorite Christmas movie.
Okay, favorite Christmas movie. Oh boy, there are so many of them out there. Again, I do the movie marathon. I would probably have to say that as far as favorite Christmas movie, it's not a movie, but the series. the Santa Claus. I would have to say that
Tim
is,
Allen?
yes.
Okay.
I would have to say that is my favorite 1, 2, and 3. I don't think I can pick any particular movie because all 3 of them are done so well, and there's continuity all the way through that story. So that would have to be my favorite. And favorite Christmas song, for the longest time, it was John Barry's "Oh Holy Night." Up until about 10 years ago, now my favorite Christmas song is "I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day" by Casting Crowns.
That's a good song.
Because it is. Because it, to me, it epitomizes what Christmas really needs to be about. It's not about the gifts. It's about peace on earth,
right,
and goodwill towards all men. That would be my 2 favorites. Scott?
For me, really simple. Actually, maybe 2. The Grinch, of course. Gotta love the Grinch.
I could
The
tell
movie
you,
or the song?
Both.
I could tell you some things about the Grinch, but we're not going to go there.
The one at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida is perfect.
a
Your name.
A Christmas Carol is definitely I like those 2 are my favorite. You know, I know we said one, but
Which version? Because there are so many good ones out there.
Disney. I like Disney's Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Yes. Yep.
I think that was my first introduction to the story. But I think on that one it would have to be the Jim Carrey version because I think that is the absolute closest to the book as it possibly can.
Right.
Yeah. But Mickey's Christmas Carol, that's classic.
It is. It's a very
It's
good
classic.
classic. It really is.
You go. I want to go last.
You go.
I want to go last.
All right. My favorite movie is Elf.
That doesn't surprise me.
I love Elf. I will watch it in the middle of July. Favorite Christmas song? I know Tim said one. I have 2. One is from my childhood, and the other one is more recent. Obviously, Baby It's Cold Outside from Elf. And I like the way that is sung. And then my other one is Silent Night. I have a tree that's up there in my village that when you twist it, my mom made it, and when you twist it, it plays Silent Night.
Right
Nice.
there in the middle.
Yep.
With the big star on top.
Nice. I like that.
It used to have a globe on top of it, and snow would come down, but that thing's older than I am, so.
The one on up there, not this one.
No,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Die Hard.
My favorite
Don't
movie
tell
one.
me it's the one that you sent me the other night.
No.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Movies. Holy crap, it's Christmas.
Yeah,
The
we'll
PG version.
put it that
Yeah.
way.
I made it PG.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas movie? I'm having trouble narrowing it down to one, really.
It really is hard because there are so many Christmas movies out there.
Yeah.
And so many of them are so well done.
Well, there's 3 that I love. Pardon me. I got
Like I really have
Say
a
it.
hard time picking
Stuck right
between
there.
Say
if it's
the piece
The
of
Santa
nut is
Claus
stuck in
or
my
Home
throat.
Home Alone's okay. I've
I
got my
love Home
own.
Alone because you get to beat up on the bad guys.
Christmas Vacation is the one I watch every year.
Okay.
That's classic.
I love Die Hard, which some people don't consider to be a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
Don't care what
It
Bruce
is.
Willis says.
But those 2 are probably my, and I love A Christmas Story.
You'll shoot your eye out.
I was just watching that the other day.
What message did you get Wednesday from Michaela when she watched A Christmas Story at school.
No, she thought it was written about me and my brother
Are you serious?
and my parents.
Yeah.
My dad's insane love of turkey. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But did you guys ever get to where you had to go and try to eat a Christmas duck?
No,
And they cut the head off right there in front of you?
no. My mom would have never
No.
had eaten a duck.
No.
Mm-mm.
You know what surprises me though, with us being the ages that we are, nobody mentioned the original Frosty Snowman,
Well,
Rudolph.
it's a TV show, though.
I know Charlie Brown. You know,
Have you
We were
guys
going to
watched
get to
them?
that next.
Have you guys watched them?
We watched all of them
Not
this
yet.
year.
I watched them, and I bought the DVDs because they're not wanting to show them on TV anymore.
Right.
So I seen them for Black
And that
Friday
is sad.
sale.
For all you network companies out there, you should be ashamed of yourself because
Absolutely.
you are now
Yeah.
depriving our kids of these classics that we grew up on.
Yep.
Put the
And-
shows on your channel.
Yep.
And my favorite Christmas song will always be The Little Drummer Boy.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Okay, again, Scott's gonna be, of course, Little Drummer Boy. I never really liked that song because it's so boring, so drawl, you know.
Well,
So
for
slow.
me, it epitomizes the message Christ preached while he was
Yes.
here.
Yes.
And that's why.
But
That's the whole reason he came.
the version that got me into that song,
Please don't say David Bowie.
no,
Richard Marx.
was Richard Marx's version. He made that song exciting and fresh.
Hey, Scott.
Hey.
At least he's not saying Wham.
I think I'd take Wham over Richard Marx.
Why don't we hear
Gonna
metal?
wake me up
Why don't
before
we
you
hear
go up?
metal? I'm not talking like, I'm talking like in this moment. Hailstorm.
I actually have Now It's Christmas metal version, and it starts out. I think it's Skid Row. It starts out doing their version of Jingle Bells, but it starts out with one of those.
Sebastian Bach.
It starts
Take
out.
a mile.
It starts out doing the traditional, the actual bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
All that. It does. I mean, it leads you into that false thought, and then it just.
See, you just haven't found it yet.
Yeah, I haven't come across it
What
yet.
I actually had
happened?
that CD
Yeah.
because when
Okay,
I come
Google.
across it, it was years ago, and I thought, okay, this is interesting. So I
It's
got
something you don't see. You see pop singers, you see country singers,
Yep.
you see jazz singers, you see all these other, but you don't really see
it.
metal.
No, and the best part about that is Twisted Sister's last CD was a Christmas album.
There's a reason why it was the last CD.
True
Well,
that.
they intended it to be their last CD when they put it out. They put it out with the intention of that being the end of their recording career.
Last song on the album was "We're Not Going Caroling." No, we're not going caroling.
That was probably a good thing too.
Yeah, but it's such an interesting twist when you take your Christmas music and all the overproduction that a lot of these people do, which it sounds really good,
Mhm.
but they put that pun intended twist to their Christmas songs. I forget which one it is, but they have. Oh damn! It's a female guitarist. It's on one of those. I want to say it's either "Please Come Home for Christmas" or "I'll Be Home for Christmas," and she doesn't sing on it, but she has a killer solo on it. I cannot think of her name, but she is very popular. I think even still today. I got to look it up.
Scott, I don't know why I'm picturing Brian Johnson from AC/DC.
Silent night.
Oh,
that would just
holy night.
That would
Ooh.
that would just so kill it.
And Angus going by in his schoolboy outfit.
Yeah.
Not anybody can do that and play the guitar at the same time.
No,
It's still
no.
beyond my capacity for understanding.
Yeah, no.
Lita Ford. Lead vocals on it. I'll Be Home for Christmas, Twisted Sister, and Lita Ford.
Yeah, Lita Ford was a great singer.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh.
Anything else?
Oh boy.
We're getting close on time.
Yeah, I didn't think we would actually make it to 2 hours. But when you get the four of us talk, well, yeah, him especially.
He's an hour and 15 minutes of it.
You need your own show, you know that.
You missed that conversation at
Last
4 o'clock in the morning.
I like behind the cameras more.
Yeah, somebody's got to be up on camera. And I prefer being behind the scenes myself, but at the same time, I also like being in front of the camera.
I'm not pretty enough to be on camera, damn.
Well, maybe if you shave all of this off and get that stone.
Hey,
cold
bald is beautiful.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you shave all of that off, including this right here, get that stone cold look.
She won't let
Get
me.
rid of the beard, grow the goatee.
She won't
You
let
got
me.
stone cold Tim Kohler.
She won't let me.
I'm just here for people to make fun of.
We love you.
That I know. And that's the whole point. You can
Yeah.
make fun of me and
And
feel
if
good.
Yeah.
we didn't make fun of you, we would absolutely hate you. You know that.
I do
Exactly.
every day.
Exactly.
And I appreciate that.
If I don't make fun of you, you know I don't like you.
Exactly.
We have the Leprechaun and Don Juan, Jesus.
Let's
And
not-
Scott
And
and I
technically
go
Tim.
so far back.
Yeah.
I mean, even more than the two of us do. So, I mean, this is our 20th Christmas together. Scott and I have been friends for at least 25 years.
Yep.
And we've been friends for 12 years.
12
and
years.
I think you and I 10 years.
Yep.
So, it's like family when we get together. So,
It is.
It is.
so this is just another family Christmas.
And I'm the little younger brother.
We're
That's
just
good
a
looking.
weird family.
You're just the little brother, not the younger brother. You're the little brother.
Okay, I know. I'm the oldest. God, you ain't got to rub it in.
We actually have video somewhere of him bouncing on my knee. Like a little kid.
Dude, we should have done
Didn't
that.
I take that video?
No, I did when
You
we were
did?
at Crown Point
Yeah, she did, but we were at Crown Point.
Wow.
before the Spirit Box.
Loved him.
It so
It's a good
loved
time.
you.
Good time.
Spirit Box loves Scott.
Good time.
And the bad thing is, you got stood up by a ghost.
Right? Twice.
Yeah. So it's not just the humans that razz on you, it's the
Jeez.
spirits too.
I know, right?
So just imagine if the three ghosts of Christmas came to visit you.
Oh, it would have been horrible.
A Christmas Carrie, the Scott Wilson story.
Ooh, we should make a book on that. What? A good story.
I'm sure we could make up a
The
story.
Scott Wilson Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
The real
Ebenezer
question
Scott.
is, when the ghost of Christmas past comes to visit you, do you really want that out there? I'm just
We would
saying.
have to make it the PG version. Of
I mean,
course, when
honestly,
you're writing a script and making the movies, there are creative.
I mean, who would you get to play Tiny Tim? I mean,
It's got to be him.
oh.
I mean,
God.
think
It was my DJ nickname
Chinese.
Well, there's reasons for that.
because of the irony.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who would be the ghost of Christmas future? Who would be the ghost of Christmas future to show him his?
His future?
Yeah. Who would be that? We would have to find somebody who is evil enough to do that.
Steven.
Stephen?
We'll let Steven do it.
Okay, so Steven, if you do it, it has to be PG.
Sorry, I had to. Sorry, I had to fix my hair.
Okay.
Sorry, sorry, my little Goldilocks. I appreciate all your good looks and your hair.
So anything else?
I appreciate both your all's hair because I ain't got none.
Anything else, guys?
Well, when I cut all my hair off, I'll donate it to you.
I don't think it works that way. I really don't want a wig. I might go for the surgery. Wouldn't that look weird if I walked into work one day and had a full head of hair?
Yeah, it would. Nobody would know who you were.
Exactly.
Because I remember right after I cut all my hair off and shaved my head, I actually got stopped by the HR manager. Who are you? I did, Amanda.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started talking, he said, "Oh, I didn't realize you did that." Yeah, I do it every 2 years.
All right,
All right,
guys.
guys.
Wow, we're
what do you
getting up on
think?
time.
Yeah, we should wrap it up.
Yeah, we should.
I
Like a
say
present.
no matter what your Christmas looks like this year, guys, be merry.
Be
Yes.
safe.
Be safe out there. Merry Christmas.
And from our family to yours, we want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas
Yes.
and a Happy New Year. And please be safe
Mhm.
and just.
And we will not be on for New Year's. That is a pun show with all of our hosts.
Yes.
So the 13th Dimension will be on, but not as our normal show.
Yeah. We will be talking with depending on who all decides to come in, because we can only have so many.
Right.
But we will be talking with the other show hosts, and we will be talking about not only for the shows, but for our investigation teams, and discuss goals that we have for ourselves, teams, and the shows for the coming year.
So make sure you guys tune in for that.
That's right.
Thank you guys. We love you.
Thank you. We love
Appreciate
you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and remember, if it's paranormal, we'll be on.
We got it
We got
covered.
it covered.
That's right.
Love you guys.